G'day guys, welcome back. It's been a little while, but this is a photography mission tonight. I'm currently cruising up the Putty Road up to sort of the back end of the Hunter Valley. I'm going to cruise around and try and get some Milky Way photography done tonight, and hopefully again tomorrow night. The plan is basically target things like country railway lines, country roads, cattle yards, farm properties, that sort of stuff tonight. So yeah, gonna head up through Bulga, probably stop at the pub at Bulga for a beer and a feed for dinner, and then carry off into the darkness tonight. I don't know how I'll go filming because it's obviously going to be very dark, but I'll show you everything that I can. And for the four-wheel drivers among us, there'll be some country dirt sort of roads, but there won't be any gnarly sort of four-wheel driving. This is, as I said, a photography mission. But stick around, it should be interesting anyway. Well, I found the spot I wanted to get to. Just behind me there is a little cattle loading ramp and some sheds and silos and that sort of thing, with a big mountain range directly behind it. And the Milky Way is going to come down as the night progresses. The Milky Way is going to come down towards that mountain, so I'm probably going to hang out here for an hour or so, let the Milky Way start to come down, and then I'll start to getting some shots. But it's going to be difficult to see in a video what I'll be able to see in a photo, but hopefully the photo will give you some sort of idea of this setting. And yeah, it's pitch black down here. It's absolutely beautiful, so good. Whew. Freezing out there. It'd be in the negatives for sure. Let me check, hold on. Yeah, about -1. It's freezing, but the Milky Way took a little bit longer than I hoped to get sort of into the frame properly at that spot. So it's now 25 to 1. I got another spot to get to that I really want to get to tonight. It's about an hour from here and I want to get there by 1:30, so it's time to go. So yeah, let's get going. Oh, this is eating into my my time tonight. There's so much fog in the little, every time you hit a little gully, it just gets so foggy. Visibility probably 30-40 meters, that's it. So that's really slowing me down. Oh, look out, Wally. Oh, that was close. There's wombats everywhere. There's another one over there. My final spot that I wanted to shoot for the night was basically through this cutting. The Milky Way was going to sort of come down slightly off center, but good enough straight through this cutting, which would have looked cool with the road running towards it. But we are totally fogged in here, so we're not even going to be able to see the Milky Way. So I think that'll do for the night. It's almost 2 o'clock. I might just pull stumps and go find camp, I think. It's a bit disappointing. I did really want this shot, but oh well. And on top of that, the cruise is surging a bit, which I think it feels like it's the throttle sensor, or the throttle position sensor, because I can sort of lift my foot, get it going again, and give it a few sort of taps, and off it goes again. And the engine sounds fine and all that when it's actually running. So I think it's just the throttle position sensor, hopefully, which I've done one of them before on this, so I'll sort that out another day. But anyway, I think that's probably set up camp and bedtime. Now that the sun's come out, I've swung the car around to try and dry out the tent a little bit. This little cliff top spot is just a random roadside stop. It's a really nice little spot. That's the Goulburn River down there in the valley, and you can still see, well, if I turn this way, you can still see behind me up there, there's still mist and fog hanging around, but it is clearing and turning into a beautiful sunny day. So I'm going to give Mudgee Toyota a call and see if they've got an accelerator for this, which is the throttle position sensor built into that, and see if I can go and grab one, because Mudgee's only 60 odd K that way, and if I can do that, then I'll carry on with the weekend. But if I can't, I've already pulled apart the connector and cleaned it. If that fixes it, great, but I doubt it. If not, I'm probably going to have to head home, because I don't fancy trying to drive home on a Sunday with the throttle going the whole way. So anyway, we'll see how we go. I'll give Mudgee Toyota a call. Spots like this one here are why I love a rooftop tent. I guess a swag on a stretcher does the same job, but you're not banging in pegs here. It's all rock, so tents are out of the question. The swag on the ground would be uncomfortable. Rooftop tent, if you can park it there, you can sleep there. How good. Well, the update is this. Mudgee Toyota parts are not open on a Saturday, so they can't help me. Orange Toyota, I've got a mate that works there, and they don't have any in stock. So I've cleaned out the contacts. Look, maybe it was something simple like that. If that gets it going, great. If not, then I guess probably head home today. I might stop in at a little country pub somewhere and have lunch on the way or something. But yeah, a bit disappointing. I was hoping to get out again tonight, but we'll see how it goes, see how it drives this morning. But right now I'm just wandering down to this cutting that I was going to photograph last night, but obviously we got fogged in, so I'll just have a look at what that composition would have looked like. So this is the composition I was looking at last night, with the Milky Way would have been sort of up here. Unfortunately we got fogged out, but I think I'll have to come back and try that one again, because that would have been nice. So, leaving camp this morning, just going for a test drive. The plan is just to see how it feels, how it goes. So far so good. All I did was clean the connector. So look, maybe it was something simple like that. If that's the case, great. Well, good news and bad news. The good news is that cleaning out that plug seems to have fixed my throttle issue, so I'm happy that we can carry on with the trip. The bad news is that there's a big cloud front heading in around about 11 PM midnight tonight, which means Milky Way is going to be out for the night, unfortunately. So what that means is I might try for a sunset or a sunrise instead. With all that high cloud coming through, that might get us something nice. In the meantime though, I've been to the hardware shop because I noticed that at camp this morning. That's meant to be connected. So somehow the bolts rattled loose, or the nut, whatever, and the bolts popped out. So yeah, new bolt, new nuts. So I'll whack that on now and then keep going. Got to lift the tray back up, so I'm going to use the little bottle jack. All fixed. Just got a little lamb roast I'm going to do for dinner in the oven. It's a butterflied leg, seeing as I'm on the road this afternoon. This will just make it so much easier. I'll just do lamb and gravy rolls, and that will be dinner done. Straight in. Well, I've come down to the crossing of the Macquarie River at Dixon's Long Point, and yeah, no way. She is flooded. Oh. Normally all along there is a row of rocks that you can, well, are above water, and that marks the crossing, and they're all under. So, look, it's probably only, I don't know, that-ish deep. But with the flow on it, and I know those rocks are rough and slippery, and there's just too much of a risk that you end up washed down and over the rocks, and then you're in all sorts. So, yeah, turn around and go back to Hill End. Maybe camp on top of Bald Hill and set up for the sunrise. Went down to have a look at the Macquarie River. And it's just not passable, so I didn't end up in Ophir. So here I am back towards Hill End. I'm up here on Bald Hill. This is a magic little spot that overlooks the town in the background over there, and that's also east facing, so hopefully in the morning, if we get that high cloud that's forecast, we'll get a nice sunrise over there. This is actually outside the area managed by National Parks, so it's technically council land, I guess. So I normally wouldn't have had my fire so close to the trig point, but I was looking around for a existing fire pit because I hate making a new fire pit, and there's nothing there but a bit of ash, and that's it. It's all around here, so I figured I may as well have it on that. I didn't film coming in here because there's a few people here, but now it's just me and one other photog over there. He's up there on the hill there getting the sunset, so I might go say hello to him in a sec, but yeah, this is going to be camp. I had a nice chat to old mate over there, the Canon photographer. He said he's going to come up later tonight because he heard there's a chance of an aurora tonight, which was news to me, but I checked my app and sure enough there is, but not until 7 AM. So I don't know if they'll be worth getting anything tonight, but I'm getting up for sunrise anyway, so maybe I just get up at 5:30 or something and see if we can catch an aurora as well as a sunrise. That'd be nice. Bing! Just lamb and gravy rolls for dinner, something nice and simple. I was obviously, I've got tongs here, why am I just gonna bring it in? I was obviously planning on being on the road, which is why I decided I would do a nice and simple dinner, but it's fine anyway. For here, the gravy's heating up by the fire. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Gravy's been heating up by the fire, so it's nice and hot. Oh, and some of it's on the ground now, but that's okay. Doesn't get much more simple than that. It's morning. Well, it's not morning, it's about an hour before sunrise. And we've got a nice orange glow on the horizon over there. So the comp I'm looking at, it's a bit dark, but you can see the old wagon wheel or gear wheel, the chair,
town's in the darkness there, and then obviously the sunrise. You can just see a little bit of pink coming up here, which under that cloud bank, which I'm not happy about. If that cloud bank wasn't there, we'd get all these clouds up here would light up. But that cloud bank there is probably going to block that light, unfortunately. But we'll still get this nice glow. So anyway, that's the comp. It's not the 100% cloud that was forecast, and the reason I bailed on Astro last night, but there is cloud. You can just see the cloud starting to light up. So I've changed my composition up slightly, getting this stump, the wheel on the wall, the seat wall, and then the town down there, and I'm going to open up and get a bit more of that sky. Well, there you go, those high clouds did pick up some of that colour, so how good's that? It turned out to be a pretty nice sunrise in the end. And it's there's a lot of dynamic range in that sky, so I'm actually bracketing the sky. So I'm taking lighter and darker exposures of the sky, just because there's so much light variation. It's just kicking off. How good. It's just starting to fade a little bit over here, but now it's kicking off over this way. Worth getting out of bed for when they're like this. Well, I think that's about it. That's the best of the colour gone. We've got a little golden glow on the horizon now, but that'll just be the sun popping up behind that cloud bank. White, which suggests there's been a frost. On the ground here, it's a bit white as well. There's patches of frost about. The car back there behind me seems to have got away with it. It doesn't have any frost on it, so that's good. So hopefully we had a dry pack up this morning. But yeah, I might just hang out until the sun peaks up above that cloud bank. See if we can't get a sun star or something. Get some light on this. Sun just peaking. That is sun star o'clock. You can see we've got these really nice sunbeams off the sun there on the back of the camera, and how difficult that is to show on the phone. And the primary reason for that is aperture. So on a phone you've got a fixed aperture, usually it's quite wide, f1, f2, something like that. On a camera, to get a sun star, I'll almost exclusively go f16 and above. And the reason for that is the way the aperture blades close in. So if you imagine that's your camera aperture, you've got it nice and wide, which is a low f number, f2 say, you've got a nice round sun. If you start to close it in to sort of f16, you see how you start to get those sun blades, or the sun rays, sorry, as the blades close in. So it's the same principle. Nice and wide, close it in, you start to get some sun rays. Well, the drone battery had a little wig out while I was flying, and I can't get my camera batteries to charge at all, so it must be cold. I don't know what it actually is, but obviously if everything's refusing to accept charge, it must be, I imagine, 0-ish or below. So yeah, I'm not going to go back to bed. I'm not going to sleep anyway, what's the point? So I might just cook up a hot brekkie and cruise on out of here. We're about to see the most spoilt dog in the world. Yep, Deconstructed bacon and egg roll for breakfast. How many dogs get that, eh? This is not normal behaviour. This is not normally what he gets to eat. But he's an old fella. Don't know how much longer he's got left, so may as well treat him every now and then. Deconstructed bacon and egg roll. Good boy. Tucker. Tucker.
Righto guys, I'm just about to hit the Castlereagh Highway and start the tar run home. So that's going to be the end of this one. Not much went to plan after the first little stop, but I certainly ate very well. There's a couple of pubs, bloody delicious. And yeah, got a very nice sunrise and a nice camp last night. So, you know, you can't plan for these things, but just got to roll with it, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.